Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to a trade recap. Today is Tuesday, September 2nd. Now, we did not trade yesterday because it was Labor Day, so it was a bank holiday. I know some people that traded. If you guys did, there's really nothing wrong with it. I just personally don't trade bank holidays, but it's not the end of the world if you do. I know some people did, and they made a lot of money. So if if you're one of those people, kudos to you. But today we had a completely break-even day, and we're going to go over the trades that we took today and kind of a couple things that I learned today because, I did learn some stuff today, as always, and our job as traders is to learn from the market and adapt to it. As always, we are going to replay to 9:30 a.m. market open, and as always, man, we are marking out our zones on the hourly time frame as well as the 30-minute time frame. Only zones I had drawn out, I say this all the time, they pretty much remain the same for a long time since we draw them out on the hourly. The only new zone I had drawn today was up here on the 30-minute, which we never upended even tapping into it during my trading anyway. Going on to the 1-minute time frame. Now, guys, I will just say real quick, if you guys are interested in learning this strategy, I do have another video on it. So make sure to go check that out. Also, the Discord is just absolutely going crazy right now. It's been growing very fast, and I'm very grateful for that. And all of you guys in there are awesome. So make sure to join up on that, even just the free section if you're not in there already, and just be a part of our community, man. We'd love to have you if you're not already in there. But we're always looking for flags coming into open. So I was bearish right here. Saw possible shorts right here. Ended up not getting a setup for that. And then we ended up getting longs right here very, very shortly into market open. So we got this set up right here. We entered this thing at 9:35. So 5 minutes into market open. I got a pretty shit fill on this trade. I wanted to fill about 10 points lower. And you can see that our stop loss was 34 points. Now, I don't really like to take my stop losses anything over really 25 to 30 points. The only reason my stop loss was that big was because this candle broke this flag with so much momentum that I pretty much got like slippage and filled all the way up here as opposed to probably about 8 to 10 points lower, which is significant enough when we're scalping, right? In the wide scheme of things, 8 to 10 points is not really that much. When you're scalping on the 1-minute time frame, it can be significant enough, especially when we're only targeting smaller TPs like 20 points or something like that. But you guys know that anytime really that I have a bigger stop loss like this, especially like this, I like my first TP to be at least a 1 RR. Most of the time I target 20, 40, and then 60 points as my all out. But in this case, I noticed, number one, we have a lot of volume today, partially because there was a bank holiday yesterday. So we pretty much are coming off a 3-day weekend. There's a lot of volume in the market right now. We get filled on this. I put my first TP up here at 40 points. That ends up getting hit. I move my stop loss to break even. I put my all out TP at 60 points, which is a 1.7 RR. Pretty freaking good. That ends up getting hit right there. Full TP hits. Boom. We're up like $700 per account on the day right there. I'm pretty sure I made from that trade. Really good trade, great setup, man, great long, just literally A+, man, not really much else to say about it. Now, another long setup did start to form right around here. Now, I did not take this trade because this candle didn't really have much momentum. It did, but not really until up here where the where the close was. And if I filled right there, this would have been a 43-point stop loss. So the reason I didn't take this trade was just because that SL was so big, and that's just my manual SL. That means that my automatic stop loss would have been like down here at like 55 points, which is just really, really big. Yes, I could have sized super small on it, like maybe 3 micros, and targeted maybe 40 points, which did end up hitting. If I went ahead and filled there, had my stop loss there, and targeted 40 points, which still would have been a slightly negative RR, that actually would have ended up hitting, and this actually would have ended up hitting a full 60 points as well. So going forward, I think that I'm going to start taking these setups regardless of the size of the stop loss. I'm just going to I would just be sized really small on this thing in case we did get stopped out, just to keep all my losses uniform. But because that would have been a decent dub, right? we would have hit 60 points on it. We would have been size small, so it wouldn't have been huge. But I definitely would have been done on the day had I taken this, and then I basically hit 2 full TPs back to back. Boom, I'm completely done before 10 o'clock. First 30 minutes of open, we're done. And I would have been up probably over $1,000 on the day per account, which is huge. But I didn't take that just because of how big that stop loss was. Now, obviously, I kind of have to give credit to both sides. If this thing got stopped out, I would be saying, okay, it's a good thing we didn't take that because the stop loss was pretty big. So, I have I don't know what the right word is, confirmation bias, I think, for lack of a better term. I don't know if I'm using that term properly, but I think it's confirmation bias. Hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying, but whatever. Regardless, that's what happened. Moving forward, I probably will take the setup in just size small. Anyway, we end up chopping around. We didn't exactly tap into this zone. The zone that I had drawn out was just this little area of consolidation right here on the 30-minute time frame. So we didn't exactly tap into it just yet, but I did see us start to lose a lot of this momentum to the upside, as you guys can see. Looked at the 5-minute. 5-minute really still looked bullish, and as you guys can see here, we started to perform a perfect bull flag on the 5-minute, but obviously we're looking at the 1-minute. I'm like, okay, at this point in time, we've already made this over 230 point move up. I definitely could start to see look for some downside momentum. Now, I know some of you guys actually took something like this or maybe something like this, and you got filled on shorts right down here. Once again, that was a pretty fat SL, 35 points. My auto SL probably would have been up here at 55 points. Once again, I just sat that out because it was such a big stop loss, and I also wanted to see come down a little bit. I was still kind of bullish here, right? Anyway, I ended up taking a short setup right on over here on this candle. This candle right here, obviously it doesn't really look that bearish with that close. Excuse me. However, this thing did pretty much, this candle opened, pushed straight down to here, and that's pretty much what I took it off of. We were looking for 30 points as our first TP just because our stop loss was 28. Our stop loss was a close above, this, or my auto stop loss was up here at 28 points. That ended up getting auto stopped. And I think, no, I wouldn't have even hit 20 points on that. Yeah, I ended up getting stopped out on both of these. So I took a short on that. We pretty much got auto stopped on that. Even if I had my auto stop loss higher, it still would have got hit. Because as you guys could see down here, I still wouldn't have even hit that 20 points. I would have barely missed it right there. So this would have got stopped out regardless. I took a second short right here, just off of this bear flag. As you can see here, this looks just really good. We started to trend down slightly. Very strong bearish candle right there. Bearish engulfing on the 1-minute. The 2-minute time frame also was looking very bearish. The previous candle had a huge top wick right here. I said we already had this huge move up. We've kind of formed this imbalance to the downside. Honestly, man, A+ setup. Stop loss was a close up of here, or my auto stop loss was up here. Just ended up getting stopped out of it straight up. Yeah, I had my auto stop loss up here. So great setup. I'm not mad at both of them. The problem was we were trending down, and we were just so there was so much volume. This is just this is a pullback, right? But that's a 35-point pullback, so that's not something that we're really used to seeing. And, I mean, it's a great setup regardless. Both of these were great setups, and it's kind of the exact same thing as this. It's always the exact same setup. That's the bottom line. You can't be mad at it. It is unfortunate, and I'm not even mad about today just because we ended the day break even. Like I explained before, if we took these two this long right here, I wouldn't have taken these. I would have been up really good on the day, but regardless, I still took really good setups today, followed all the rules, and, that's about all you can do. We're coming off a really good win streak. We had a really, really good week last week and the week before that. Just, coming off a bank holiday yesterday, break-even day. It's not even like I'm red. It was really just break-even. So, and then you can see just for the next, pretty much decent amount of time, we started to kind of chop around here before we ended up actually kind of breaking into this, true downtrend. That's a great short setup right there, by the way, that I just noticed. But yeah, guys, with that being said, that's going to wrap it up. I know this was a super quick video, but I mean, you guys are probably getting really bored of these trade recaps. I need to start figuring out some kind of more educational or entertaining content to give to you guys on YouTube. A lot of the stuff's in the Discord right now. Once again, check the description for everything, all my links, socials, the Discord, everything like that. If you guys are interested in joining, you're not already in there. But I want to just start uploading more content than just the trade recaps because, like, I know that they help you guys, but it's also pretty much the same exact thing every single day, right? It's the same. It's the same setups every single day, and you know, that's it. I know you guys like them. I'll obviously keep posting them, but you know, I don't know. Just I'm kind of just yapping now, but that's gonna be it, guys. I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Peace. Like and subscribe.